Valencia, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Can she keep the good times going in this one? It's the Boston Red Sox and the San Diego Padres. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One down. Valencia will hit next.
Valencia.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball one. Song, the base runner at first with one out. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Ball two.
In the dirt, blocked.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Man at first, one away.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. Line drive. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. This one lifted in the air, left field, Durant. And that's the 3rd out. 2 left on. We played 2 full. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Campbell getting ready to hit.
One.
Up the middle, Valencia. Handles, throws to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Valencia, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up or something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
All loaded up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And she hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Line to right, base hit. 1 runs in. And they don't push it. Runner holds at 3rd. Base is loaded now with still nobody out.
Picks herself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. Swing and a ground ball. Meyer tossed to second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer. Runner at first with no outs here.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound. You know, these Padres, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. 8 of their hits came off the bat at 90 miles per hour or harder. These batters are not getting fooled right now.
And that one fouled off. Kicks and fires. And now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ripped towards third. There's one. He's out. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
On the ground right side, Valencia slings to first in time. Base is empty, one away. Next for the Padres, Kylie Valencia. Tapped softly to the right side. Now the throw to first on the run. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Oh, just tried to force a play that wasn't there. Ends up a single and a throwing error. So now they have to deal with the runner in scoring position. You know, good communication on the field can make a big difference on a play like that.
One out, runner at second. Stepping in for San Diego. And that one gets away at the plate. Runner holds. Count goes to 2-1. Swing and a pop-up. Contreras makes the grab for the second out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So runner at second, 2 down. And here is Xander Bogaerts. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And that will end the inning. Valencia with a solid contribution even despite the loss.
Definitely a strong game at the plate for me, and it's safe to say she made a difference for the team.
Now the left fielder, Jarren Duran.
The left fielder, Jarren Duran.
To the right side. Slings to first. One up, one down. So 2 down. And here is Kylie Valencia. 2 hits for her in yesterday's game. Valencia turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. And that is out of play. Song off of first with 2 away.
Lots of rookies can have a good hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how she handles those adjustments.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Christian Campbell. Ground ball right side, and that one handled to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Kylie Valencia, the leadoff batter, as she looks at ball one. And foul ball. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that will fall. So a runner on base to start the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Now it's going to be Freddie Fermin. Runner on the go. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the grab, one away. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Runner on the go. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher, and she steals second base without a throw. Nice grab. Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
So many people fail to realize just how great defensively Trevor Story is, as you see on the dive right there. And I think part of it because he played on the same side of the infield as the great Nolan Arenado.
So runner at second, 2 down. Yandy Diaz now. 0-1. Runner breaks for third. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Valencia coming home. She'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
2 on, 2 outs. First pitch misses. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. 1 out, base is empty.
Second baseman,
And she drops it down the third baseline. She's safe. On with a bunt single.
That's exactly how she wanted to drop down that bunt. She just did a great job of catching the baseball with her bat and putting it where the defense had a hard time making a play. Could be a huge moment in this game as it puts the tying run on base.
1 down, runner at first. Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. Step off, throw to first. Valencia dives back in, but they got her. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Valencia digs in now. She's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but she can absolutely move, and it is a factor in her game. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Strike one. With the go-ahead run at third, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, this player is definitely a plus runner, but what I love about her is that she goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's players like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Two on, 2 outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got it. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. Merrill on his way over. He's got it. 2 away now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Valencia did well enough for them despite the loss. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. On the ground, right side. Valencia. Save! He beats the throw to first, and they take the lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the rookie second baseman, Kylie Valencia. Houck back to work. And that's ripped into left, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, clearly she was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Picks over it. She breaks for second. To second, and she's out. First and second, no outs. Campbell now at the plate. The pitch. Grounder might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To Diaz, that's 2.
That's a much needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Base is empty.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
First pitch misses. And the sweeper is off the plate.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what she's been doing. It's made a big impact for her in recent games.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Next pitch misses. Now 3-1. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce.
Check on the runner. Valencia back on a dive. Now the 0-1. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. 2 outs. Runner on the go again. In the air, right side. Abreu on his way over, and the inning is over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Padres nothing. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Rafaela hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Catcher.
Kylie Valencia, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Can she keep the good times going in this one? It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Kylie Valencia. First pitch misses. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think she recognized it. I'm sure she'd love to have that one back.
Ball,
outside
no.
low. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball. The throw to first. Out. Third out. Offense held in check there. We head on. 1 out, bases empty. And a swing and a miss there.
No ball, 1 strike.
And there's a foul ball. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a runner aboard with a 1-out single.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Here comes Manny Machado. Runner on the go. In there for strike 3. Go to second. Save. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. That was close, but StatCast shows us why she so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and she needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Runner at second. And that one is lifted in the air. Baez gets there. He's under it. Brings it in. And that is the inning. Javi Baez digs in right side. The pitch. On the ground. Valencia to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Sanchez back to work. That one fouled off. You know, these
Padres need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Next offering in the dirt. Ball 2.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And that's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Manny Machado up to the plate. Now snap throw to first. And she's back in easily. Runner takes off to the right side. And it's through for a hit. Coming home, the relay throw. Hung up in a rundown now between third and home. The tag, and she's out. Here's Nolan Gorman. On the ground, right side. Over to first, and that's the third out. Valencia with an unremarkable performance in the loss. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
I think they expect her to make.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Kylie Valencia. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 1.
1 strike.
That's a little bit low. No score here in the second.
I wouldn't throw her another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. She's having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck her out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now back, second baseman, Kylie Valencia.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's in there. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. She had to lay off some really close. Pitches, and somehow she found a way to keep the bat on her shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Runner on the go in the dirt.
2-2.
And there's no throw. She's in there at second with a stolen base. Swing and a soft liner out to left field. And it's in there, base hit. The throw in, safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And they trail by 1.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You had a run.
2 aboard, 2 outs. In there at the knees. And that is strike 1. That's down and in. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. To third, tag, got him. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang, play to end the inning. Back here at Petco Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Kylie Valencia.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And there's one down.
Woo! She was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. She was ready to hit.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Kylie Valencia.
Ball.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
1-0.
In the dirt, gets away from Kelly. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch. And now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Now one missed. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Luis Torrens, the next up for the Padres. This could end it. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Valencia did well enough for them despite the loss. One down. Stepping in for San Diego, Kylie Valencia.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Check swing, and she went. Strike 1.
Nola's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts throughout the year, Boog. He's got multiple seasons with 200-plus Ks and a pitch arsenal that leaves most hitters frustrated as they walk back to the dugout.
2 strikes.
Song leads off first with 1 away. Way inside in that hitter. He had her 1-2, and he ends up hitting her with a pitch. Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. To first, maybe a 2-ball, and he can't come up with it. And they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. So 2 on with 2 away. Next for the Padres, Samant Taylor. And the right-hander deals. Got him looking. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring.
The batter number 24, second baseman, Kylie Valencia.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Padres putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They've got to be happy with the 6 runs they've thrown on the board. That's usually enough.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. See you later. She'll touch them all. It's 8-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. She was all over that fastball.
2 outs, base is empty. Valencia. Garcia, 23 years old, and she's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in her last 10 games. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And the sweeper misses for a ball. Next offering way upstairs. That one down the line. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Top 6. Here's Trey Turner.
One.
Ripped on the ground to second. Over to Diaz.
He's out.
And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Kylie Valencia digs in now. She's already homered in this game. Burr. In his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2014.
1-0.
Not close with that one, and it's 1-0. Foul ball.
Instead of letting the hitter get her arms extended, tied her up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And that skips in the dirt. Next offering upstairs. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Now batting.
And here is Freddie Fermin. Nobody out. Runner at first. Step off. Throw to first. Valencia dives back in safely. Runner on the move. A swing and a soft liner. That's a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Samad Taylor getting ready to hit. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Kylie Valencia. She's already homered here in this one. Check swing went around. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And that one is inside ball 1.
She's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten her up a little bit. Mission accomplished.
And that's in the dirt. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now 3-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
2 outs, bases full. Now here is Freddie Fermin. This to third, Gorman. Zips it across, out to escape a bases load. Here's Nolan Gorman. Hit on the ground to short. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. 2 on, 2 outs. Sends it to center, and this should be it.
I got it.
He's got it. Ball game. The Padres salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Valencia really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. Only 1 hit, a home run.
No question, Boog. She was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.